Greetings, my friends. Please make certain that you are still subscribed to this channel because every day I'm hearing from other people that they have been unsubscribed without their knowledge by YouTube. And if you are not subscribed, please consider supporting this channel. We need you. Thank you. Have you been on Twitter lately? If the answer is no, then good for you. Because Twitter is really a place that is not fit for human consumption or occupation. Let me tell you something, friends. SJWs are some of the most hateful people on Earth. This is proven time and time again on Twitter, as these contemptible little ants descend on fallen prey in an orgy of cancel culture ferocity that is quite literally sickening to behold. They've done it to Gina Carano, the very kind of strong woman they pretend to support. They've done it to J.K. Rowling, also a woman, but they're saving their most virulent hatred for white males, and the target of the moment is none other than Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt and those who defend him. Now, Chris Pratt was the lead in one of my all-time favorite movies, Guardians of the Galaxy. He's been in a lot of comedies like Parks and Recreation, and by all accounts, a nicer guy in Hollywood you will never find. Now, I have no idea what his politics are. I have no idea how he votes, and I don't care. The simple truth of the matter is, these days cancel culture will find you, even if you do nothing at all. Gina Carano was attacked for not putting pronouns in her Twitter description, as if you can be guilty of being an ist or a phobe simply by living your life and minding your own business and choosing how you wish to describe yourself, which is what I thought these hypocrites were allegedly defending. The right of self-determination and self-definition. But obviously, with these scumbags, that's only true so long as you define yourself the way they want you to. Using pronouns, using approved snowflake speak, and generally towing the party line of a bunch of Twitter fanatics. Chris Pratt is being attacked by cancel culture simply because he's a white cis male who did not adequately bend the knee to the woke wankers on Twitter. I really hate doing videos like these. They make me feel soiled, frankly. But it's important to note that these so-called bastions of tolerance and liberalism are in fact some of the most hateful people on Twitter. The amazing @DataRacer117 has once again compiled a revealing glimpse into the twisted minds of these idiots. And so, with thanks to him for his excellent work, and in the interest of public disclosure of just how awful and hateful these people are, I'm sharing these tweets with you, censoring them as appropriate because honestly, I'm not comfortable showing this kind of filth on my channel. Now, this abuse of Chris Pratt has been going on for days now, but DataRacer117 starts out by sharing some of the tweets of Pratt's co-stars leaping to his defense in a fairly mild and reasonable way. Robert Downey Jr. says, "What a world. The sinless are casting stones at my brother Chris Pratt, a real Christian who lives by principle, has never demonstrated anything but positivity and gratitude, and he just married into a family that makes space for civil discourse and, just plain fact, insists on service as the highest value. If you take issue with Chris, I've got a novel idea. Delete your social media accounts, sit with your own defects of character, work on them, and then celebrate your humanness." Mark Ruffalo says, "You all, Pratt is as solid a man there is. I know him personally, and instead of casting aspersions, look at how he lives his life. He is just not overtly political as a rule." James Gunn says, "Sorry, just finding out about this nonsense. @Pratt is the best dude in the world. I've spent hours and hours sharing my deepest truths with this man, as he has with me. Please stop assuming what he believes politically or in any other way is because he's a Christian." Zoe Saldana, who has received some very nasty insults from these woke wonders, says no matter how hard it gets, stick your chest out, keep your head up, and handle it. Tupac. You got this, @Pratt. Your family, friends, colleagues, and everyone who's ever crossed paths with you knows your heart and your worth. Well, all that seems pretty reasonable to me, and yet, here are some of the disgusting answers these people received in turn, revealing that far from caring about equality or social justice, these people are motivated by pure hatred. I hate you and your friends so much. God, all of you are rich, white, hetero, annoying bitches. Just shut the F up. This little idiot says, I am once again reminded that men are trash. And he replaced the E in men with a little star, as if it's a dirty word. Counterpoint, you and your friend can eat shit. Silence is violence, and he's not been silent. He's spoken on the wrong effing side, my dude. Seriously, shut the F up. I just want white men to start shutting the F up. I'm detecting a pattern here. Apparently, there is a group that the in crowd loves to have on the outs. In other words, this is a display of racism and sexism combined from the people who purport to fight this sort of thing. The way white men go out of their way to defend their homophobic friends. What is wrong with you, stupid effing idiot? Eat horseshit. I hate, well, do I have to say it? Man, shut the F up. Shut up, bitch. Watching the quote tweets climb is bringing me joy. Get his ass. And here's a death threat, which I won't repeat. And here in particular, towards poor Zoe Saldana, are some racial slurs that absolutely are sickening. I mean, I cannot even repeat them. I'm not going to read them. I've blurred them. I've left a few letters so you can see what these so-called SJWs are actually doing on Twitter. This is beyond reprehensible. I cannot believe what I'm seeing in 2020. Here is a threat against James Gunn. Here is a tweet that I cannot even put on the air. Look at this stuff. A lot of this stuff is stuff I cannot even repeat. I'm having to censor so much of this, but I'm not even going to read it. Look at this. Look at this hatred. It is absolutely reprehensible. Not political isn't an option right now. See, they're jumping on him for doing nothing. Not being overtly political is one of the most political acts there is. Not being political is not acceptable as fascism emerges in America. When good men do nothing, evil wins. On and on and on. These people are crazy, folks. This stuff is horrible. Get a load of this one. This, avoiding the topic in this day and age is not cutting it. Silence is complicity. If he doesn't want people to see it that way, all he has to do is open his mouth and say the words. Whatever happened to freedom? Freedom of speech? Or even freedom to be silent? Is that so much to ask? That some people hate this ugliness of the political arena, hate the vitriol and the poison that goes with the political discourse in the country these days. I avoid politics by all means because I don't want to alienate anyone in my community. I am a centrist. I have views that are right-wing and left-wing. People would probably be very surprised, but there you have it. I am a centrist and I embrace all sides because you know what? Pop culture should be a refuge for everyone. Everyone is in need of a little safe harbor these days. And I will not have people on either side of the political divide censored or excluded from the pop culture community just because of how they vote. But apparently, trying to live your life now and avoid controversy and avoid this kind of hideous ugliness and swarming on Twitter, apparently that makes you a bad guy and a target these days as well. What a world we live in. So what is the lesson here? I think the lesson here is Twitter is given far too much attention and does not reflect the majority of people in our civilization. Their hatred is overly amplified, but nevertheless undeniable. These people are why Twitter is so unbearably toxic. It is a platform of righteous grievance, virtue signaling, and Orwellian invocations of the 2-minute hate against the target du jour. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. And so I urge you all, within listening distance of my voice, please steer well clear of it. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry.
Ha 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 ha.